Wrestling break. Oh, I'm excited to talk about this, Zubes. Shelton Benjamin versus Mike Speedball Bailey. Very interesting story. I thought in the right approach to take to this match. MVP does a great job putting it over on commentary to such a degree that I feel like they must have done the thing that, again, I love when, as a commentator, when wrestlers do, which is, here's what we're trying to convey. Could you convey that for us as well? And they keep putting over that Shelton Benjamin is playing with his food here. He isn't threatened by Speedball Bailey. He doesn't like Speedball Bailey. And so he's just going to batter him around. And whenever he feels like taking this home, he's going to take it home. And they do this for a while. Speedball's bumping all over for him. A lot of the Shelton, I mean, you mentioned it earlier, I think, Zubes, but nothing about Shelton is in miles or years does he reflect either of those numbers. He's just so crisp in there, has such a stringent understanding of who he is and what he should be doing in the ring. That's the sort of thing that I do wish you could impart a little bit more. It's like Shelton does 4 or 5 things and they're just perfect for him. And that's it. And it's all where he puts them and the timing and how he executes them and his legitimacy and believability. There's just so much there. But Zubes, I don't feel like there's that much to talk about in the body of the match in contrast with the ending of this match. So I rewound this a couple times and watched it, but I implore anybody to do the same. I'm sure the clip's out here. Here's what I have written down for the ending of this match. Shelton Benjamin hits a super kick, which Mike Bailey spins all over God's green earth for. And then there's a 1, 2. The ref has his hand, I mean, a millimeter above the mat and doesn't count it and points to Mike Bailey's shoulder, which is up off the mat in the slightest way. It is not connected to the mat. I can assure you that in AEW of all feds, there are pins counted where the shoulders are more off the mat than that, but that's neither here nor there. He doesn't count it. So Bailey gets back up. He takes a German from Shelton who just fucking launches him. And then a very soft step knee in the corner. And then another super kick, which he sells with none of the emphasis or energy of the first one. And now the actual 1, 2, 3. Now, Zubes, I'm sorry for talking so much here, but I'm going to present what I think are the 3 things that could have happened here. And I want, and if you think it's not one of these 3, I'd love your opinion. But chat, I want to know, listen to my words here. Here are the 3 options I think of what happened tonight. I want to know if you think 1, 2, or 3 happened. We'll count 4 as other, maybe, Zubes.
Okay.
Should we do a poll?
I mean, you could just throw the ideas out.
Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3, or other. Idea 1. I think no matter what, in all these situations, I think Mike Bailey is stung on the first super kick. First option. Mike Bailey was actually supposed to win the match. Gets the down, is supposed to kick out of that super kick, and messages to the ref and Shelton Benjamin, I'm dazed. I'm probably not going to be able to work on Saturday. Shelton wins this. That's option 1. Bailey was supposed to win. Option 2. Bailey is trying to do I'm so KO'd Kenny Omega at 3.1, like sort of electrocute, barely kick out, but does it a little early. And the ref thinks that this is Paul Turner, I think it is, thinks that this is a kick out at 2.9. That's option 2, as far as I see it. And then option 3, Speedball, dazed off of the super kick, just accidentally lets his shoulder float up. And Paul Turner is like, nope, he's just the strictest referee and he has the perfect angle and the shoulder's not touching. 3, the daze just means his shoulder floated up. What do you think, Zubes?
I think it's 3. I think he's totally rocked off of that kick and is like maybe not totally sure what's what, and without even really thinking, like rocks a little bit, and Paul Turner spots it and doesn't want to be like the guy who ends up going back to his Twitter notifications and is like, oh my God, I'm a fool. And then they have to explain away that they have to do like a FTR thing where they come out the next week and say, I actually got screwed.
They're mad at the ref.
Type of thing, and you have to close the book. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that Speedball was just like totally zonked there and is like, whoa,
Just
shit.
out of it. And Shelton maybe should have held him down more, done like a firmer
Is
hit.
this the part of the match where it's over or not? And then just sort of like moves in the slightest way. It's crazy that Paul Turner like, I can fit my hand underneath here. It's like, all right, brother.
That's the part that's weird to me because
Yeah.
AEW just so isn't that fed, man. They don't call any rule. This is this of all times. Like, it would make so much more sense if Paul Turner thought Speedball Bailey was supposed to win. But I don't think that's the case either. I think it is that what you think. Option 2, Speedball's rocked and just sort of out of it. And Paul Turner has an angle on it where it really looks like he's like, oh, the camera's going to pick up on this as his shoulder isn't touching. That's what I think. Ryan, do you have a lean?
I think it's just, I think it really skews towards that because you got to, like, Speedball wasn't going to win the match. They had the graphic that Shelton and Bobby were going to face each other 1 and 2, like, immediately. Maybe they have a very fast crew, but I just think I think it's a bit of a slip up mentally on a lot of people. Like even the referee, just like, well, what? It didn't look that egregious that you would have to go, whoa, hang on. So I think it's just a bit of a brain fart on a lot of people on a really busy show where they got to hit a lot of things and some things just kind of fall through the cracks and all the things you got to remember.
We are so bad at this YouTube stuff. So if you would give us a hand, hit like, hit subscribe, maybe tell a friend about Wrestling Brain, this YouTube channel. Of course, you can always check out the full streams over at twitch.tv/Wrestling Brain. We'd love if you did. We'll see you there.